listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to Upptalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say Upptalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it.
Then it will go to the last option, define the properties. What needs to be here? There are the two steps is mandatory. One is the username. Another one is the address. You can give us an IP address or you can give us a domain. For example, your company ACMecom. Like that. You can give the address or you can give the IP address, whatever you like, because these requests will come through the associates. They will give you in that case, in the ticket details, you can see IP address and domain name. Simply, you can give these all the details and click on add. If you don't want to give the password here, that is fine. But these two are the mandatory. If you are not giving the password, you can assign to the password manager. The password manager will set up the password for this account. Once we add this account, it will automatically, we can see accounts, view and add a Linux. Go to that account. If you added what is the account number, low one. If you see this log on account number, click on that. It will be open like this. Lol. You can see overview, details, activities and versions. If you see overview here, compliance status, you can see the cancel and change button. 1 hour, you can change it by mic, for example, on 2021. You can click on the change. It will change the password. There is another option, verify also there. A verify means it should be verified with the vault. The password is stored into vault and end user. Both passwords are same or not. Always verify that. If it is verified, then we can change. If you want to change the password, you can change the password. It will change the password at target user first. Then that password will be updated into the vault. If you don't know the password, target user password is different and vault password is different. Then what is the next step? What needs to be done here? Maybe sometimes target users may reset the password. What needs to be done here? We can simply reconcile the password. Reconcile is nothing, but we have to reset the password in both vault and target user. Reconcile the password. It will change the password. It will update the new password into the target user, and that password will store into the vault. See the details and activities. What are the activities that happen? History and activities history. It will be displayed here and versions. If you want to add any account here, examples you can store into the same always. Whenever you want to do the main requirement, if you want to add accounts, the first requirement, it should be that you can check whether this account belongs to the which platform. Platform is nothing, but whether it belongs to Windows or whether it belongs to Linux or database, whatever it is. Once you get that confirmation, this account belongs to Windows or Linux. You have to choose the platform, a Linux platform or Windows platform. You need to check whether platform is available or not. If the platform is not there, we have to create it. We have to duplicate the platforms, whatever, which is available already. duplicate it and create someone. New platform. Once you create the platform, now what is the reason we need to create the duplicate? That was I told you that while creating the platforms, because if you don't have a platform by cyber, at default, a few platforms will be available. For those things, instead of creating new things, you can duplicate those. That plugins will come automatically. That configuration, whatever the configuration is there in the platform level, it will come automatically. Otherwise, if you create a custom platform, we need to develop the plugin. CyberArk is giving us Windows plugin, Linux plugin. No need to develop any plugins here. Plugins means there is an option. We can change the password for 30 days as per the rotation basis. 30 days or 90 days it will be available. Windows it is predefined Windows Linux databases. These are the predefined platforms which are already created by the CyberArk. Better, instead of changing the name to the platform, just duplicate that platform. Whatever the properties we are having previously, it will come automatically. Nothing will do here. That's the reason I'm always keeping that duplicate the platform. If it is already created earlier, for example, if we already created a platform, no need to bother about that. Just select that platform. Then, once you select the platform, the next step should be that we need to select the safe. If you don't have a safe, we need to create the safe and select that safe. Once we select the safe, again we need to give the address. Address is nothing but IP address and domain address. For example, app become like that. Domain name, we can give the domain name and username. If you want to give, you can give the password. If you don't want to do the password, you can just leave it and assign to the same level we are assigning to the password manager. The password manager is responsible to taking care of all these password changes. He will change the password. He will generate a new password for that user. Once you're done, you can able to see. Add an account concept. Once you're done here, you can see this master policy change. This is the flow. Add a new Linux account. If you want to add a new account, the master policy change the password every 6 days. The platform Linux 30. The password length should be the 10 characters. Depends how you want to give, but the safe line, fin. This is the safe. This is the account you want to give this username and password and address like that. You can get the details from the user, whoever going to write the request for us. We can get all these details, username and address. Just take that username and update there and address also. We will get through this ticket. What will happen? Click on the add account and go to this add account. Once we click on that, it will open this new window. Here we have to select which we are going to add for the Linux account. We have to select the Linux. Once you select the Linux, it will go to the platform. Here we need to assign the platform. We already created one platform. For example, if you are already created the platform for the Linux, we can select that. And then next step would be the safe. We have to select the safe. If you don't have a safe here, you can directly create the safe here itself. Once we select the safe, the next step would be to define the properties. We have to add the address and log on, username, password is here. You can see the optional. Then add it. Click on add it. Once we add that, we can able to see these two results. Log on account Is there right? It is at I can see. If you have a multiple accounts, thousands of plus accounts, what you can do? You can filter. We have an option. Just log on. 01 account. Got it. Click on that account. We can see the details, complete details. Details, activities and all these things. What just happened? Just we created the account and we just check that account. We just click on that account. That's it. We have created an account. But what does that mean? Did we create new account is called log on account on the target system? No, because just we onboarded into the Cyber app. That's it. We just onboarded into the Cyber app. Just one account. All we have done in the registered information in the Cyber app name database about the account name as a log on. Technically speaking, the account doesn't not even need to exit for us to do what we just did. Although it does in our example, whenever we want to add the account in the Cyber app. These are the steps which we need to follow. Once the account is created in the Cyber app, we need to make sure that we have entered the information correctly and Cyber app can actually communicate with the target mission. How it will actually communicate with target mission? There is an option PS. Here we can see we are able to see my screen right in this phase. You can see the connect and show button is there right. Once you activate the button, it will connect to the target user. If you can see the gray color, I can see just on what we are not giving any permission to connect the target user. We just onboarded. Here you can see the recancel and change on details. We go to the details and activities. You can see the activities here. Make add file category, make whatever. If you do small thing, also it will be visible here, activities. If you change the password, it will be the activities list. We can see if you reconcile the password, you can see the list activities. We can see last verified data also when we verified on how many days because it was 0 days on that time while taking the screenshot. That's the reason. If you are not changing for 1 year, it will show you that 365 days. That is how we have to verify all the account details here. That's such a change. Password means changing only in the vault, right? Changing in both target user and vault. Target user and vault. What is recancelant? See one thing. The main purpose of the password changing in the target user and vault is here. If you are changing in the vault, how that person will connect to the target user? Because whenever the password manager is changing the password, first password manager will change the password into the target user. Target user means whatever you want to connect. For example, if you can see that in the RDP session, just now I connected. I got it. The same way, if I want to connect the RDP session, I need to give the credentials. The CyberArk will authenticate first with Vault, and the target user password and Vault credentials. Both should be authenticated. Then only it will connect. If it is not authenticated, it will not connect. It will show as an error. And the second thing, whenever the password manager is changing the password first, that will change into the target user. Then once they change the password into the target user, again that by using that credential it will log in backend automatically. If it is a success, that password will store into the vault. Target user password and vault user password in the vault password. Both should be same always for the particular user for the log on account. You can see the log on account for this account always should be vault in the vault, whatever the credentials is maintaining. The credentials and target user credentials should be same. The password should be same. If there is a variance, we cannot change the password here. That is the case is we need to click on the reconcile button because both passwords are different. Maybe target user are changing their password. For example, if I connected RDP server, now right. If I change the password, the target user, it will not verify. Whenever you are doing the changing the password, whenever you are connecting, that time you may get some error. Because it will not match with the vault password. That time what will happen? Second, the user. Whoever going to connect that particular log on account user, they will raise the ticket. We are not able to connect to the target user. Again, what we can do? We can change the password. We can reconcile the password and update the password into the vault. Reconcile will change the password for the instance in the vault at the same time, right? Correct. Reconcile is whenever you don't know the password of the target user on vault you want to reset. You can click on the reconcile. Whenever you might have. Both are target user and vault user. There are three options here. First is verify. What we can do. Before changing the password, we need to verify. What verification will do? The target user password and vault in the vault password. Both are same or not. It will be verify always. If it is both are same, what will happen? You can change the password. If you want to change the password, you can change the password directly. The password manager is changing the password in target user and as well as in the vault. Is this point clear? The next step would be to, if you are not able to verify the password into the vault and target user, the next step would be we have to click on the reconcile because it is not matching target user password and vault. In the vault password, it is not matching. That case is what we need to do. We need to reset the password completely. Reset the password. We need to go to the reconcile option and click on the reconcile option. Reconcile option will change the password. For the reconcile option, what will you do? It will reset the password into the target user and update the new password. Whether we can able to log in or not, it will check again. Once the password is accessed, able to change the password, able to log in into the target user, that password will store into the vault. I will show you that the flow chart because this is the very important how it will change the password. You may get number of questions in there. How to do this? How to change the password? What is the flow? You can get number of questions. This is a very practical scenario. I will show you that chat flow diagram. But how do you understand, right? This is important. Whatever is important, I'm pressing more. Always keep remain on that. Other, whatever the norm, we don't have much important. You guys will not get much questions from interview perspective or in the employee while doing the work also. That I will simply say, this is I will go fast there. Whatever the important, I'm focusing more. That's the reason I'm spending more time here. Have you understand right? What is the verify? What is the when we can use the verify? When you can use the change button. when you can use the potential button. These three. Whenever you can go to the interviews, the first question or last question, definitely it will get question about the CPM, how CPM will change the password. You get clarity right. Account management operations. I'm going to different one. In this section, we will discuss account management operations performed by the CPM. Here you can see the way the password management is performed by the CPM. You know, right? The CyberArk always password is managing by the CPM. The CPM manages the passwords and access keys on devices based on the policy setup set by the world administrator. As per the which we are. For example, you are the world administrator. You are going to set up the policies. Based on that policies, password manager will change and backend will change the password. That's it. What will happen? For example, here you can see Central Policy Manager. As per the policy here, System User on Process Right. Highlighted one. Able to see my screen? Yes. Here the Linux system, Unix system on root user, and the password is this. What will happen? These are the IT enrollment, native protocols, and target users. We can say, whenever CPM is the middle between world and IT enrollment, whenever changing the password, whenever CPM is changing the password first, CPM will change the password into the IT enrollment. And once that will change the password, again it will log in. Whether we can able to log in or not, if it is accessed, that password will store into the vault. The same password, here you can see the top STCRT. This password will update into the both. It should be one password into the vault and target itself. Changing the password here and there both. The password management overview, you can see this Central Policy Manager. Always this is the same story which I explained earlier. These are the three steps, is the major important. If possible, you can note some points here. Maybe you may see the recording sessions or not, I don't know. But if you have a notebook on these points whenever you are going for the interview, you can answer this. These are very important, guys. If you give 10 interviews for CyberArk, in the 10 interviews you may get these questions. There are the three actions performed by the CPM in order to manage the privileged accounts. One is a password verification, password change, recancellation of unknown or lost passwords. Verification passwords. If possible, if you are in the system, you can take the screenshot and save it instead of writing that. After this class, you can write it. Have you taken the screenshot? Shall I go next slide? Sir, read this because this is very important. Then verifying how to do the verified password. Here you can click on the verify. See here last verified password. You can click on the verify. It will change. This is the verification process. I told you that I will show you the flow. This is the flow. What will happen? CPM is the middle between the target user and walls. See here the first scan, the scan wall for accounts. CPM Whenever you want to connect target user, the CPM, what will do? First, CPM will go to the vault and take the credentials, account information, the current password. By using that credentials, log in using the current credentials. If it is failure or success, notify the vault for the verification process. And then yes, got it. Got it right. Let's see where. Any question? The same way completed verification. If it is success, then fine. If it is a failure, it will show as an error message. It is verified, successfully verified. The password, CPM verified the password. You can see the activity log. Password manager CPM verified the password. Next password change. If you click on the password change once you verified the success, write verification is done successfully without getting any error. Then you can click on the change. The change password for the account, log on 10. CPM will change the password to the new random password. Whatever it is, change it. And the change process. The password for this account has been manually scheduled for change. Because see basically which we are giving the policy 60 days. If you want to change the password in between, you can change it. We have an option. We can. By clicking on the change button, you can change the password. The change process here. First, as usual, take the credentials from the vault. And by using the current credentials, CPM will try to log in. If it is success or failure, generate the new password. If it is success or failure, generate the new password, connect and run the change password. Success or failure, log in with new credentials. If it is success, store the new credentials into the vault. If it is fail, just give us the error message. Not able to change the password. Most probably if it is verified, verification is successful. Definitely it will not get any error message. If verification is failure, then we are not able to change the password. We can reconcile the password. We can reset the password unknown password because CPM itself not authenticate both, not verify in the target user. Both the passwords will be different. Completed change. Once the change is completed, the next step is reconciliation. I think reconciliation is not given here. But reconciliation process is also the similar as for how we are doing the change. And here, what will happen if you don't know the password, unknown the password? For that cases, if you click on the reconcile button, it will reset the password credentials in the target user. And that credentials will store into the vault. This can be shown you in a practically. This is the back-end process. They will ask you what will happen in the back-end. In the practical also. See, this is the practical screen. Just you guys, what you can do, just create one account today in the lab. Try to verify the password and try to change the password and try to once both is success. Verify and change the password, that is fine. Reconciliation. Forget about it. If it is both is good, then fine. If it is having issue, then we can check with reconciliation. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.